Marwa and his teams now are fighting right, left, and center. Now Marwa poured all his anger out there, firing people, toop toop, and subscribe to their channel. Now Gintu and Mogesi have come out also to air what they know, to say to the world what happened, what took place. Before we go there, have you subscribed to the channel? Please subscribe to the channel. Then I take you to Nyaboanse Boys, the team positive. Team positive is now giving us what we have never had, because this was boss. What happened? Why are they behaving like this now? And why are they blaming one another? I thought it was about the reactors. Now it has become now deep inside the house. So stay tuned. If you are new in Pamela's World channel, please subscribe to the channel. Feel at home. Relax. This is your house. This is your channel. Make use of this channel. Subscribe to the channel. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers. So my people, we have Gintu here coming very angry, very agitated, because he said he watched Marwa's live stream until the end. Mogesi coming here out also very annoyed, but saying they are moving on with life because life has to continue. What do you say? Should life stop because of Marwa? Should they continue? Me, that one I leave it to you. Mine is just to bring here the news which I have, and then we analyze together, because keyboard reactors, you know your work now. Yours is just there to, mine is just to, so then we call it a day after that. So let's start with Gintu. What is Gintu saying after Marwa now calling? He was number 2. Mogesi was number 1 on the list. Then Gintu was number 2. Let's go to Gintu now.
And he talked about much of the things that had happened. Whoa! Hey, yeah. Guys, I was just, is it Marwa that I know was speaking this way? I was Jesus, my Lord. So everything gonna be very fantastic, guys, as we are continuing with this conversation of today. And I'm just bringing this vibe today one-on-one from my farm here, which is the banana plantation. You can even see the bananas behind me here. So everything is very fantastic from wherever you are. And all the remaining subscribers I have right now, because they went like a Cherokee, they went like a safari rally. Thank you very much for the people commenting that you always be there and watching the videos that I will be coming out from every section. I will be just going, but it was unconditional circumstances that sometimes very straight. So for me, I have to clarify it to the real point, the way it was, just because I listened to everything that Iammarwa was speaking and I was writing it. Look at this. I was writing. So all of this are the allegations of me. So these ones here are now I'm in the court, so I have to defend myself, guys, because even a person who is guilty has a way of expressing him or herself, so as even the law can understand what was happening. Because even me now, I am now my own lawyer. I don't have a lawyer, so I have to defend on myself, because things might be understood very badly outside here, as the allegations were saying, and you heard about we are going to be sentenced, so I have to be very, very careful, and I have to be a lawyer, so I have to discuss my loyalty here. So guys, the first point was talking about was eating in my home. Every meal, breakfast, lunch, supper. Jesus. So, but now if I was eating there, so it means that you talked about he was not cooking. So who was cooking that food? Guys, much of the time I was the one who was cooking at Iammarwa, and everyone who was there, like Itiriba, Gake, the ladies who were there, manager, even you saw manager, every time he was seated, So who was performing it? Even you ever saw at the videos, and I was ever performing the cooking methods and bringing you the vibe from there. Hey, guys, talking about I was eating. So if I cook, can I eat or will not I eat, guys? So you can never even understand that one. So it's a point that it was pointless to point to people that you are eating breakfast, eating supper, eating lunch, and everything like that. So it means that I stayed there. I was, guys, sometimes you have to understand these things. And sometimes if you want to get an allegation out, try to fixture which kind of allegations you are just putting out. Like eating. Eating is not a problem, because I was working there. So, and I was the person who was cooking always. So I have to, you cannot cook and talk about now I've cooked and you serve them, then you get away that you will not eat. You first, everything starts with you. You have to start with yourself before others come, because you are the chief chef. You have to test if the salt if the ingredients are fixed in, if everything is making sense unto that cook, so as you can now serve it outside. And even more proudly, Marwa is a famous person. Whatever he eats, he has to be tested with the young dogs he talked about, like us, the way we are there. So as we can test it, if we die, we die, because we are the ones who cooked it. He never being grateful to that, because he was never cooking and we were the ones taking that responsibility to his home, and also even the visitors. Let me talk about this. Do you know that even there's hiring, catering, so as they can cook for your visitors who are coming, or anyone who is there, they can be paid. So ask Iammarwa, has he ever paid me because I cooked there? You know, sometimes you have to use some sense sometimes, because it talks about you are eating. I had to cook and eat because there's no salary coming outside. So is that a point to allegate outside here? So, and to that point now I'm talking about, I'm putting my allegations that some of the things that are being performed there, it's not much of interest into that. So I have to defend myself very quickly, because things got to be very worse, because subscribers are living like cherry, are living like safari rally. So I have to defend myself very quickly as things got worse, because sometimes, you know, for the people who are just always there watching the video, thank you very much you being there. And the second point, let's go to the second point. So I'm the lawyer who is making sure that everything is good. Emptying the fish ponds. Let me talk about this, guys. You know, Marwa talks about I was emptying the fish pond so as I can make a content, and even the eggs are there. I'm just delivering them to the river, maybe something like that. What he doesn't know is just one. Marwa is a dwarf in terms of fish farming. Even the Marwa engineer talked about that one. He never even associated himself with the fish, because he was the engineer to construct, and I was the one to monitor what is to be constructed. So whatever we are just talking here is the fish. What Marwa doesn't know is that the fish that I brought there, which were tilapia fish, it was from my farm. So for him talking about I was depending on him doing this, I had to sell for him the fish, and he wanted the big one, and I was the only person who was around him, so as I can sell for him the fish. You can just remember. And talking about maybe things gonna be cornering. During that time, guys, let me tell you the fact. It's now out. Now this is the fact, because I was the one who is operating the fish pond very well. So the fish pond has had one of the characters that could bring the negative impact, like this. That fish pond, we had an outer range that was to be stocked with turtles, if you can just remember, an outer ridge, which is called a spring source, where water is coming from. Then we had the big pond, which is the flying beam fish pond, and to this segment. So water was coming from the other source to, from the spring source, it was a little bit like a pool, like a pond pool. Then it was coming inside the big pool now. So during that time, we had much of, whenever we have sunlight hitting on the water, and also we shall have phytoplanktons, photosynthesis, and something like that. So we shall have algae concentration coming to take over the game and to the fish pond. So, and to that position, let me tell you this way. Marwa, I asked him, we put filtration, and also we put, it's called oxygen pump, which will be pumping water and inducing oxygen, making sure that oxygen concentration onto the water level is with the standard and it's of a good quality, so as we shall have no much of the algae concentration and something like that. So that water, whenever it stayed there for more than 1 week, my friend, I'm telling you, 1 week, whoever is listening for this, that water will turn greenish, that it will be something that is called, if you have much of the green content onto your fish pond, it means that those are the phytoplanktons, and the zooplanktons have already accumulated onto the fish pond. So it means that that water is enriched with the nutrients which are relevant for the growth of algae, and during the night time, those kind of the phytoplanktons and zooplanktons inside there all consume oxygen, and also the fish consume oxygen. So whenever we have a high concentration of algae, it means that oxygen concentration during the night session, it will be very low. And this will end up to fish collapsing, or we shall have a poor quality fish, or we shall have a low growth rate from the fish. So that's what I mean. So whenever I was withdrawing water out and letting the other water from the spring source, which was very clear to come in, it means that I was trying to make the filtration of water and oxygen concentration to be vaporous, to be everywhere, so as the fish will not suffocate about that. So it doesn't have such kind of an idea, and I was the person who had an idea of how that fish pond will work. And right now it's working, yes. But what he doesn't know is just this way. Even right now, it's a sunny time. So water is reducing right now. And whenever water is reducing, it means that during the oxygen decomposition onto the water, so as it can act very good onto that pond, it is hindered via this kind of the effective like temperature. Whenever sun lights on it, on water, it means that we shall have water being warmed, and that warmness it's just bringing what is called a low oxygen concentration onto the water. So I was trying my best, and even if I was withdrawing water, and I was making sure that I'm picking the leaves, because the trees there are shedding a lot of leaves. I'm telling you the fact. And those leaves, whenever they drop on water, and if you just hesitate not to remove them, it means that they will just sink onto the bottom level of the pond, then decompose and decay, meaning that they will remove toxic substances that will render your fish not to grow very high, and they will just bring some chaos to the fish. And also talking about whenever I open water, I was releasing eggs outside. I was doing I don't know what. Do you know? Marwa doesn't know that the tilapia fish are mouth breathers. Whenever they have eggs, and they have to look for a special area, which is the male, whenever it reaches the spawning time, they go and search for a better place. They create something called barrows onto the fish pond, and they lure a female. Via their spawning time, they develop very good colors that now they will attract the female and lure them to those barrows and lay eggs. That lay eggs is called mouth breathing, because they have eggs onto their mouth. So whenever it talks about I was delivering eggs outside whenever I open water, do you think about these fish? They will just go and lay eggs anywhere. And whenever and spawning time, it takes some minutes, guys, some minutes. And if it's spawning time, because I have sense, I've worked with fish for 5 years, guys. I know the spawning time of male and female at the same time, because I know the brood stock. And you'll now know these male ones, they have developed this color, this color, this color, and this color reflects this color reflects what, and which color reflects what. I know all of them, but Iammarwa doesn't know that, because I was opening water to make sure that whenever he talked about him buying the pump, the oxygen pump, he talked about, I don't want anything driven with electricity in this home that is being governed onto this fish pond. What will I do? He was talking about I want the fish pond that operates manual. Maro, be keen of what we are just talking about, because maybe you don't recall what you said, because we proposed, even somebody proposed that you take a copper wire, insert it inside there. Did it work? It cannot work, because the people talking about the copper wire, when subjected to water, it has some ions that get oxygen, because copper wire mostly it's made with oxygen also, and to the companies. So whenever it's subjected to water, it has some ions that absorb oxygen from water. So it means that it will absorb oxygen to that place it's placed, so as no growth of algae, or it will reduce the growth of algae onto that. Did it work? Ask Marwa. The copper wire is there. I left it there, and to the corner, the front corner of the gate, at the start of the fish pond. It's there. Does it work that water doesn't turn into green? And you can just remember, I was withdrawing water, then letting water in, so as those fish were there as the eye impression. So as whenever somebody comes, we'll just look at the fish and say, okay, we have the ornamental fish, we have this fish. But whenever what is green, somebody will just, okay, we have fish there, but you never see them. And that is it. So, next point. Talking about filming videos. Yes, we filmed. Because guys, they talked about we were not paid, and that is the fact. We were not paid. And no one was a volunteer there. I'm coming to that point. Talking about we are the, somebody when we want to put things not to work very, very good. He has to give you bad names so as we can look bad, so as he can kill you very fast. So into this position, we can just talk about the filming of the videos here. The filming of the video, it was it talked about the live stream. For the, hello? Jambo Kenya. Chonjo kabisa. Niko ndani. Yeah, the father to Iammarwa'S there. So, guys, let me tell about the filming of the videos that he was talking about and to the live stream that whenever I went to the biggest national park, and I want him to give me that video that I went to a live stream that we were in the national park, and I was in the live stream. For you guys, never be fooled sometimes, because go to my live stream. I have only like 4 live streams I have ever done, and that's the fact. So if you go there, it was a false allegation that he wanted to give himself the point that doesn't have matters. That doesn't matter. Because you're talking about I was in the live stream. Live stream where? Whereas we were there, even my videos there, live streams are there onto my channel. Go look at them. Most of them, I did them where you can just remember we were removing the screeded part of the helipad at the top of the Villa Menjin. And that's where I was going live mostly. Because I was working there, I was not paid there. I had to go live stream and do a video. Because that work was very heavy, guys. It was very heavy. It was needing energetic. Even you can just remember how many people broke their fingers. How many people had such kind of the stuff. Look at this. Look at this. I had even these ones. Here, you can just remember, guys, even the scars are still there. Look at it. The scar is there. This one here. It is still there. Our hands, somebody cannot even greet you. You will just find, somebody to greet you will just think that your hand is like a hard. So it was very hard even somebody to greet you. Even if you go to your girlfriend, they will think about, what does this boy do? Does it deal with the mining? I don't know. It was like a mining. So that's where I was going at the live stream. And what was bad to them is where I was talking about now we are live, one-on-one live. That was the big mess they were just taking, that I'm live in the live stream, guys. So sometimes if you want to verify, tell Iammarwa to verify that point that I was in the live stream, where I was we were in the, at the, talk about the national park of Masai Mara. I was in live stream. It was a false allegation. Doesn't even opt onto it and say that I was in the live stream, whereas others were just sometimes you have to be a gentleman. Yeah. We know that you have just gone everywhere, India, where, yes, you have gone there. And you have experience outside. But we have, like me, I have experience inside. I have much of the experience inside, guys. And for him talking about, I'm coming to that point. Let's go. He was talking about buying cows for the first salary. Guys, let me give you a good advice that my first salary was 30,000. Can you buy a cow 30,000? You can imagine. Talking about I was paid and I went, the first salary I went. Marwa doesn't know what I'm working outside here. Let me tell him. Maybe he doesn't know. I'm a fish farmer, number one. Sometimes I get tenders for driving. I'm a driver, a qualified driver, truck driver. Number two. Number three, I'm a good co-driver. Because that's where I got from, then I was promoted to a driver. I'm a very good co-driver. Number three. Number four, I'm a good loader and offloader. Because that's what I started with before I went to the co-driver. Number three, I'm a good farmer. From farming, it's from crop farming, from intensive farming, everything like that. I'm a dairy farmer. Exactly. He has to know that. And I am a chief chef. I can serve you, I can cook for you, and I can accommodate you. Marwa doesn't know that. And these small jobs like handyman, like talk about doing small tasks, I'm the best. Maybe he has just forgot because he was using us and he dumped us. That is it. That's why he was talking like he doesn't know what he's just speaking about. He used us, thrown us. So whatever you just say allegations, nothing happens. It was buying some cows. Guys, the lelmet, I'm now talking about the lelmet that I went to. Why not Alex? It's called Alex. Why not Alex? And we have the strong man. We have this lady called the village cook. Now African tea, she is called right now. Mogesi is there. So I'm now becoming to this point that you are now becoming a biggest liar because of these points you are just taking to people. And I'm now getting that point now where it's coming from, because talking about we came to beg for you guys. You can just remember there's a day I was harvesting fish and it was in October was it October last year? Exactly, October last year.
So Gintu have come out to clarify so many things, talking about how Marwa said Gintu used to eat there breakfast, lunch, supper. So Gintu is coming out to say, if you are cooking, would you not eat? This, you are the one who is cooking. And if you go on with the video, he's saying, in Africa, especially where we come from, or let me just say Kenya, there's a system. Maybe if you have visitors, or maybe if there's maybe you have a funeral, there's this group which is called catering. When you call them, they cook for people. You call them at a fee. There's a fee you have to pay. You have to pay yearly, and then they come and cook for you. So it is something which is happening. So Gintu was asking, because Gintu has been doing this work, cooking for the family. In case there are visitors, he's the one who have been cooking, and we've been seeing Gintu even roasting meat. All even at Uncle Mo's place, I saw Gintu. I've been seeing Gintu even at Kongrat's mom at Marwa place doing the roasting of meat. So it's been cooking there. So Gintu is asking if it was maybe if it were not for him, Marwa would be now going for the caterers to come and cook for him. But he's been cooking even for the visitors. Any person who goes to Marwa's place, he's the one who has been cooking, and he's not being paid. So he's asking Marwa, did you pay me for all this cooking I've been cooking? So Marwa never paid them, and he said yes, they were taking videos out there because there was no payment, and you can see how their hands changed to be, because that work was very hard. You could just see it. We saw it, because whatever happens at Marwa place, we normally watch, because that is where we get our content. So we saw the work was very hard. Many people ran away, for sure. Many people ran away. So if this is what they did and they were not paid, that was very unfair, because the work was so hard. The work was so hard. You can even see the hand of Gintu. It was so hard. And Marwa took advantage of that, and only to come and tell people, oh, these people have been doing this and that. And they're daring Marwa to come out, because he has CCTV all over, how he paid them with the M-Pesa, because the transactions which we use, there's an app which we use here in Kenya, and it is called M-Pesa. So most of the transactions people do with M-Pesa. So you cannot lie, because even if you paid how many years back, the statement, you can just go there and just print the statement, and then you just find where you paid. So they are daring Marwa to go and maybe bring that statement to show this is what I paid you, because it's coming out here and say he paid them. He never paid them. They are saying that, and they were doing a lot of work. So Gintu is saying, yes, he had to eat. Yeah, of course, yes, if you are cooking, leave alone maybe if you are not doing catering, if you are cooking, you have to eat. And then he makes it funny, because Marwa is a big person. You have to taste his food before he takes the food, because he might die. Because if he dies, you'll have a problem. So he's saying Marwa is lying. Even the fish pond, you heard how he clarified. I don't know anything to do with fish, but some of the details I understand, because we all of us know, so long as you went to school, there are parts of things you understand. And Marwa was told to put what was it? An oxygen, whatever, in the fish pond. But he said he doesn't want anything to do with power. So he was trying to go manual. And manual, fish, to deal with fish are very delicate, because if maybe they are up there, like maybe assume now the water is hot, sometimes very hot, they can die. You'll just find them floating, because they are very sensitive. And when the water is dirty, when it greens like water, Gintu is saying, because he knows, he's very expert in that, they will die. So Mara was just saying things manually, but he didn't know the deepest of what he was talking about. Sometimes it's not good to start a business which you don't have any idea. Okay, you would have had Gintu to be there, but at least he would have had some small knowledge of how to take care of fish. But because he just want to grab this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, you cannot just be putting fish ponds and you have no idea. And when the one who knows what they are doing is telling you, you want it to be the way you want. So the way you want, if you watch the video as it goes, congrats mom at another point, she fed the fish maize, corn. And I remember there was a video which I watched sometime back. They were going along that fish pond, and Maro, as I can see coins in those corn inside the water, and they had to remove them. So this time round, Gintu came out and said it is Congrats mom who fed the fish maize. Why? Because there was a time Congrats mom, I think this time when Marwa had gone, because the video is long, I cannot give all the receipt all. I'm just saying from the things I watched. So Gintu saying, Congrats mom, it's like now they had already planned, they want to sack him. So Congrats mom came and asked how to feed the fish. But Gintu said, because you have to protect your job, he said, if you show each and everything, where are you going to get your delivery? So Congrats mom asked, can they eat corn? Do they eat corn? Gintu said yes. I think this is now the time Congrats mom went there, because you remember when Mara was away, she used to go there checking the condition of the villa. So I think she fed the fish corn. So it's like now Congrats mom wanted to take over, to be taking care of the fish. So like now there was so this is what Gintu is saying. And now the issue of maybe what they're saying categorically, he never paid them, is lying, because whatever is coming out there to tell people, issue to do with food, for instance, for someone is working for you, these people, they stay there, and the kind of work they are doing there, not that they are eating very special food. The food which I'm seeing there, which there is being, is just rice and beans, and those mixture of getheri. That is the food I see them eating there, not something very special. But you compared with the work they are doing, and these are people you are not paying, and then you expect them not to eat. And things to do with food. Would you come out here as a grown-up talk about food? Food is not something you can just, after someone eating, and then you come and say they were eating in my compound. If you know you don't want to give people food, don't give them. Like now, when you give people maybe help in the village, you come and talk about it. You tell your subscribers to unsubscribe again. So don't do it, because if you do it and then you still want to hold that like maybe it's like your weapon. Once they do this, I will do this. It is not right. So they have come to defend themselves. Whatever Marwa is saying, they are saying those are lies. And Gintu is saying, Marwa is saying he took Gintu to be the first salary he got. Gintu said the salary which he got was just 30,000, and the kind of cows which he bought, these dairy cows, you cannot buy at 30,000. They are very expensive. So Marwa is saying he bought many. You know, when he says many, it's like maybe 3, 4. But Gintu 30,000 cannot even buy one. So Marwa is coming just to please people, to please his audience, because he wanted something to make people and subscribe, which is not right. That is why I said in my other video, I think it's going to come up now. If you've done something, you don't need to talk about it. If you don't want to help, don't do it. Don't do it, because now when you do it and then you come to talk about it, sometimes no. So people have come to know the type of the character Marwa has, because the same thing to Mogesi. Mogesi is also saying the same thing. He just came out to ask for his pay, and now that one became a problem. So Gintu went ahead, because the video was long. So I think the ones which are brought to you, these are the ones I'm talking about. So that is it. And he said Marwa only know 3% of him. He doesn't know the things he does. He's a driver, he's a co-driver, he's a farmer, he does all these things. Because Marwa thinks when people go there in his villa, he thinks they don't have anything to do. These are beggars, these are people who don't. Before they came to you, what were they doing? Because you have to understand, these are grown up. These people have been living. These are people who have been having their lives. With or without YouTube, still we can live. It is you who YouTube maybe is shaking, because you put your life so much into YouTube, such that maybe you think if you don't have YouTube, other people will die. You don't die. You just go back to what you are doing, and you can start something else. So they are not happy of what Marwa came to do, but they are happy because they have remained with the loyal subscribers. But the things which Marwa said there, and people were just clapping, the others not knowing they are next. That is what I'm saying, because if this is someone who can change and come and lies about some of these things, and people just say, oh, they did, why are these people not asking, show us the receipt where you paid these people? Because you cannot just back someone up because it's your person, and he's lying and he's using you, he's telling you unsubscribe, and then he doesn't show you this is how I pay my workers. Because even if you don't have maybe I don't know, payslip, you should have a book whereby they sign wherever you give them money. Don't just be thinking, oh, I think I would have given them like 5,000. No, don't be using maybe often. Whenever you are paying someone, you should have a book. Maybe if you have not made, because you cannot have a payslip, they are not in your payroll. So you should just have a book whereby you write someone, each and every person's name, and then when you pay them, they sign and the date is there. Yours is just offered. You cannot, even if you've been paying them, what is the evidence? What shows that you paid them? So this one is not something Marwa can come here and say, oh, I paid them. For us, the way they are saying it, that is it, because you never showed this is I paid a tip, they signed here, and now they are saying I never paid them. So if there's nowhere they signed, you never paid them. Let's hear what Mogesi is saying, then we call it a day.
Shit. For the time you are being supporting me, if you are there and you want to unsubscribe, just go ahead and unsubscribe, because that is the instruction, guys. That is the instruction that you get from, let me talk, your master, guys. Yeah, your master or your driver, because if he instructs, you need to do so, guys, because he was the one who instructed you to subscribe to our channel, guys, and now he's just the one instruct to unsubscribe to our channel. You have to do so, guys. But if you want to go with the straight things, guys, just still to be as Mogesi, and everything will be all right, guys, and we'll continue introducing more fantastic video every day, guys. And this one happened when I was talking the truth, guys. I was banning for the payment because it was an agreement, guys. Even you watch the video where I put that video, it was working for 90 days without payment. Guys, even you see the clip where I was just making with Marwa, just he say himself alone, guys. The video, that video, it the witness when he paid me, guys. Guys, did you see anywhere that he made any payments with me? And due to me to do that video or to make the video, he claimed that everyone who was working there was a volunteer. Guys, I remember earlier when I was making the video when I was there, I would told you that we agree with him. Rabbits and horses are just volunteer for them because he asked him alone. He asked, and he asked Mogesi and Ernesto, you should plant trees, and one tree I will pay you 1,000, guys. And we managed to plant 150 trees, and due to that currency is 150,000, guys. 150,000. If you change into dollars, it will be like 1,000 and 1,000. It will be like 1,200 US dollars. I think it will be somewhere there, guys. And sometimes he said that he pay us. Where's the wrist? We never see any the wrist, guys, because there is there CCTV. He never show the video where he claimed that he pay us. He's just going like this. He's just going like this, guys. He's just going like this. Never going straight forward, guys. And for me to do this video like this is to tell people the truth, guys. Is to tell people the truth. If you have decided to unsubscribe, just unsubscribe on a polite way and just leave the Mogesi, guys, because we cannot force issues. We cannot force issue. And one of the things is that he was mentioning on his video that I did the time that I was with the horses, I teach the horse to fight. Guys, in Iammarwa'S villa, there is a lot of CCTV. He never show us where I teach the horses to fight. Instead, he say, actually, guys, you see in my video where every day I was looking the grasses everywhere, even that time, guys, my abdomen was not working well, but I thank God nowadays it's now working good, guys. It's working good because I quit the work and I take a relax, and right now my body is working well, guys. And I remember that time I was out every day finding food stuff for the horses, working, ensure that the rabbits are eating, hens, all chicken, all, let me talk about the poultry, all right, guys. I remember that time. That time I was giving the horses the grasses, and he changed. I was teaching them to fight or to attack.
So you saw Mogesi now coming out now, trying to explain himself about how Marwa, the issues, what brought to Marwa to bring or to talk about him on live stream to tell people to unsubscribe. Well, it was because Mogesi demanded to get his money, because the video which Mogesi made was 90 days without payment. So he wrote that, for someone to come and say that is because maybe they have contacted you and you're not paying. And Mogesi is saying like Marwa is not a straightforward person. He's cornering, he's always like this. And he's saying in the Marwa's villa, there are CCTV, which we all know there are CCTV there. And there's no receipt which can prove that he paid them. Why is he not giving these receipts out? And this time he's telling his people to unsubscribe. He should show this receipt. Look, my people, this is how I paid them, and these people still demand payment, and this is why I don't want them in my villa. But he's not doing that. He's just bringing people because he knows he has a big audience which follows him blindly, and whatever he tells them, they just do. Just a few who cannot unsubscribe. So Mogesi is coming here because Marwa, if he want to serve you somehow, he has to bring issues. This is what I'm seeing here, because he's forgetting the good times which he had with you. Now just bringing issues, like now saying Mogesi was making the horses to fight. So, and Mogesi is wondering, he has CCTV. Is it showing anywhere? Because like now, the way we are saying, I give you the clip of Mogesi. This is what Mogesi and Gintu are asking. Why is he not providing evidence so that whatever he's saying, it should be backed up with the things which he's telling his audience? But now they are saying Marwa is a liar. He doesn't want to. He's somewhere, someone who goes like this, because Mogesi is saying, today he's saying they are working voluntarily. Voluntarily, they are working there, and then again he's saying he has paid them. So which is which? He should stand by one. If they were working there for free, he should just say. But if they were supposed to be paid, he also should show the receipt which shows that he paid them. But now all this, Marwa is now just wanting sympathy from his people. He's just bringing issues, because he know his people. He has studied you. He's been with you for long. He knows, when I bring this, these people will do this and that. So I don't think that was a right idea, but depends with how you find it, because we are all here. Each person has got their own opinion. These people have just come out to defend themselves, and have no say over that. That is what they feel. They feel their boss was a liar. He's a liar. He never paid them, and whatever he was selling his people, those were things which he just came up with. There are some people, when if maybe they are angry, maybe they have been annoyed with something else, they will twist it on this manner. So that is them. And they are still making more videos. I think it is going to be more drama on the streets as we continue. But as at now, the video is long already. Let me just leave you with this, because this is Mogesi, and I never gave you all the receipt up to the end, because they talked a lot, and Gintu the same. But we are here. We cannot finish. We will be finishing. We are here. We are going nowhere. So I'll be bringing you each and everything I get on the streets. Otherwise, that was the response between Marwa and Mogesi and Gintu. So let's wait and hear more from the villa, because it is like this. The villa is like this now. We are also there like this. Huh? Thank you so much for always watching. Thank you so much for always coming back. Subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, and keep on watching my videos. Please give me the likes, please. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.